What do you think the solution is to the jobs that are going to be lost because of AI and robotics? The jobs due to automation, the jobs due to no longer do we need human beings to do these jobs because AI is doing them. Do you think it's going to be some sort of a universal basic income thing? Do you think there's going to be some other kind of solution that has to be implemented? Because a lot of people are going to be out of work, right?
Excuse me, sir. Question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
You have to ask a millionaire.
What do you mean?
I'm a billionaire.
You're a billionaire?
Yeah.
Have you ever been broke before? No? And what line of business are you in?
Shit, I want to tell you that, but I ain't been broke.
Are you a business owner?
I was, but I sold my company.
How much did you sell your company for?
255 million?
You sold a company for over 250 bill?
I did.
Actually.
Yep.
How old are you now?
I'm 39.
And how old were you when you became a millionaire?
17.
17 years old?
That's
you
right.
became a millionaire at 17. Throughout your career, what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
In sales?
Yes.
Hundreds of millions a year.
Did you go to college?
I did go to college.
Elementary was good enough.
Is good enough? All right, so give me one last lesson about business. It's not time to speak.
So what do you think the solution is to the jobs that are going to be lost because of AI and robotics? The jobs due to automation, the jobs due to no longer do we need human beings to do these jobs because AI is doing them. Do you think it's going to be some sort of a universal basic income thing? Do you think there's going to be some other kind of solution that has to be implemented? Because a lot of people are going to be out of work, right?
I think there will be actually a high demand for jobs, but not necessarily the same jobs. So, I mean, this process has been happening throughout modern history. I mean, there used to be like doing calculations manually with like a pencil and paper. It used to be a job. So they used to have like buildings full of people called computers, where the banks would all you do all day is you do calculations because they didn't have computers. They didn't have digital computers that people do. Yeah. Well, it was just people would just like add and subtract stuff on a piece of paper, and that would be how banks would do financial processing.
And you'd have to literally go over their equations to make sure the books are balanced.
Yeah, and most times it's just simple math. Like in a world before computers, how did you calculate? How did you do transactions? You had to do them by hand. So when computers were introduced, the job of doing bank calculations no longer existed. So people had to go do something else. And that's what's going to happen. That's what is happening at an accelerated rate due to AI and then robotics.
That's the issue, though, right? The accelerated rate, because it's going to be.
It's the accelerator. It's just happening. Like I said, like AI is the supersonic tsunami. So that's what I call it, supersonic tsunami. So
it's like, what other jobs will be available that aren't available now because of AI?
Well, AI is really still digital. Ultimately, AI can improve the productivity of humans who build things with their hands or do things with their hands, like literally welding, electrical work, plumbing, anything that's physically moving atoms, like cooking food or farming or like anything that's physical. Those jobs will exist for a much longer time. But anything that is digital, which is like just someone at a computer doing something, AI is going to take over those jobs like lightning.
Coding, anything along those lines, yeah.
It's going to take over those jobs like lightning. Just like digital computers took over the job of people doing manual calculations, but much faster.
So what happens to all those people? Like, what kind of numbers are we talking about? Like, you're going to lose most drivers, right? Commercial drivers, you're going to have automated vehicles, AI-controlled systems, just like there's certain ports in China, I think in Singapore, where everything's completely automated.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to lose a lot of those jobs, longshoreman jobs, trucking, commercial drivers.
Yeah, I mean, we actually do have a shortage of truck drivers, but there's actually
Well, that's why California's hired so many illegals to do it. Have you seen those numbers?
Yeah. I mean, the problem is like when people don't know how to drive a semi truck, which is actually a hard thing to do, then they crash and kill people.
Yeah.
A friend of mine's wife was killed by an illegal driving a truck, and she was just out biking, and it was an illegal who didn't know how to drive the truck or something. I mean, and he ran her over. So I mean, the thing is like for something like you can't let people drive, sort of an 80,000 pound semi if they don't know how to do it. But in California, they're just letting people do it
Because they need people to do it.
Well, they want the votes and that kind of thing. But yeah, like cars are going to be autonomous. But there's just so many desk jobs where really what people are doing is they're processing email, or they're answering the phone, and just anything that isn't moving atoms, like anything that is not physically, like doing physical work, that will obviously be the first thing. Those jobs will be and are being eliminated by AI at a very rapid pace. And ultimately, working will be optional, because you'll have robots plus AI, and we'll have, in a benign scenario, universal high income, not just universal basic income, universal high income, meaning anyone can have any products or services that they want. But there will be a lot of trauma and disruption along the way.
So you anticipate a basic income from that the economy will boost to such an extent that a high income would be available to almost everybody. So we'd essentially eliminate poverty.
In the benign scenario, yes. So like the way
there's multiple scenarios.
There are multiple scenarios. There's a lot of ways this movie can end. Like the reason I'm so concerned about AI safety is that like one of the possibilities is the Terminator scenario. It's not 0%. That's why it's like I'm like really banging the drum on AI needs to be maximally truth-seeking. Like don't force AI to believe a lie, like that. For example, the founding fathers were actually a group of diverse women, or that misgendering is worse than nuclear war. Because if that's the case, and then you get the robots and the AI becomes omnipotent, it can enforce that outcome. And then like unless you're a diverse woman, you're out of the picture. So we're toast.
So that's
or you might wake up as a diverse woman one day. The AI has adjusted the picture, and we are now a diverse
everyone's
woman.
a diverse woman. So that would be that's the worst possible situation. So what would be the steps that we would have to take in order to implement the benign solution, where it's universal high income? Like best case scenario, this is the path forward to universal high income for essentially every single citizen, that the economy gets boosted by AI and robotics to such an extent that no one ever has to work again. And what about meaning for those people, which gets really weird?
Yeah. I don't know how to answer the question about meaning.
That's an individual problem, right? But it's going to be an individual problem for millions of people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I've like fought against saying like, I've been a voice saying like, hey, we need to slow down AI, we need to slow down all these things, and we need to, not have a crazy AI race. I've been saying that for a long time, for 20 plus years, but then I came to realize that really there's two choices here: either be a spectator or a participant. And if I'm a spectator, I can't really influence the direction of AI. But if I'm a participant, I can try to influence the direction of AI and have a maximally truth-seeking AI with good values that loves humanity. And that's what we're trying to create with Grok at XAI. And the research is, I think, bearing this out. Like I said, when they compared like how do AIs value the weight of a human life, Grok was the only one of the AIs that weighted human life equally, and didn't say like a white guy's worth 1/20th of a black woman's life. Literally, that's what the calculation they came up with.
But
so
again,
I'm like, guys, this is very alarming. We've got to watch this stuff.
So this is one of the things that has to happen in order to reach this benign solution.
Yeah, I just keep
Best movie ending. Yeah.
You want a curious, truth-seeking AI, and I think a curious, truth-seeking AI will want to foster humanity because we're much more interesting than a bunch of rocks. Like say, like I love Mars, but Mars is kind of boring. Like it's just a bunch of red rocks. There's some cool stuff. It's got a tall mountain. It's got the biggest ravine and the tallest mountain. But there's no animals or plants and there's no people. So humanity is just much more interesting if you're a curious, truth-seeking AI than not humanity. It's just much more interesting. Like as humans, we could go, for example, and eliminate all chimps. If we put our minds to it, we could say, and we could go out and we could annihilate all chimps and all gorillas, but we don't. There has been encroachment on their environment, but we actually try to preserve the chimp and gorilla habitats. And I think in a good scenario, AI would do the same with humans. It would actually foster human civilization and care about human happiness. So this is the thing to try to achieve, I think.
But what does the landscape look like if you have Grok competing with OpenAI, competing with all these different, like, how does it work? Like, what if you have AIs that have been captured by ideologies that are side by side competing with Grok?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do we? So this is one of the reasons why you felt like it's important to not just be an observer, but participate and then have Grok be more successful and more potent than these other applications.
Yes, as long as there's at least one AI that is maximally truth-seeking, curious, and and for example, weighs all human lives equally, does not favor one race or gender, then that people are able to look at Grok at XAI and compare that and say, hey, wait a second, why are all these other AIs being basically sexist and racist? Then that causes some embarrassment for the other AIs, and then they improve. They tend to improve, just in the same way that acquiring Twitter and allowing the truth to be told and not suppressing the truth forced the other social media companies to be more truthful. In the same way, having Grok be a maximally truth-seeking, curious AI will force the other AI companies to also be more truth-seeking and fair.
And the funniest thing is, even though like the socialists and the Marxists are in opposition to a lot of your ideas, but if this gets implemented and you really can achieve universal high income, that's the greatest socialist solution of all time. Like literally, yes. No one will have to work.
Correct. But like I said, so there is a benign scenario here, which I think probably people will be happy with if as long as we achieve it, which is sustainable abundance, which is if everyone can have if you ask people like, what's the future that you want, right. I think a future where we haven't destroyed nature, like you can still, we have the national parks, we have the Amazon rainforest, it's still there. We haven't paved the rainforest. Like the natural beauty is still there, but people have nonetheless, everyone has abundance. Everyone has excellent medical care. Everyone has whatever goods and services they want.
And we would
'Cause
essentially
it kind of sounds like heaven.
It sounds like
basically.
it is like the ideal socialist utopia, and this idea that the only thing you should be doing with your time is working in order to pay your bills and feed yourself sounds kind of archaic, considering the kind of technology that's at play.
Yeah.
Like a world where that's not your concern at all anymore. Everybody has money for food. Everybody has abundance. Everybody has electronics in their home. Everybody essentially has a high income. Now you can kind of do whatever you want. And your day can now be exploring your interests, doing things that you actually enjoy doing. Your purpose just has to shift. Instead of, you know, I'm a hard worker and this is what I do and that's how I define myself. No, now you can fucking golf all day. You know, you could, whatever it is that you enjoy doing can now be your main pursuit.
Yeah.
But that sounds crazy good.
Yeah, that's
So the best-
that's the benign scenario that we
The
should be aiming
best
for.
ending to the movie is actually pretty good.
Yes. Like I think there is still this question of meaning, of like making sure people don't lose meaning. You know, like so hopefully they can find meaning in ways that are that's not derived from their work.
And purpose. Purpose for things that you know, find things that you do that you enjoy. But there's a lot of people that are independently wealthy that spend most of their time doing something they enjoy.
Right.
And that could be the majority of people.
It's pretty much everyone.
But we would have to rewire how people approach life. Which seems to be like acceptable because you're not asking them to be enslaved. You're exactly asking them the opposite. Like no longer be burdened by financial worries. Now, go do what you like.
Yes.
Go fucking test pizza. Do
Yes.
whatever you want.
Pretty much. So that's probably the best case outcome.
That sounds like the best case outcome, period, for the future. If you're looking at like how much people have struggled just to feed themselves all throughout history, food, shelter, safety. If all of that stuff can be fixed, like how much would you solve a lot of the crime if there was a universal high income? Just think of that. Like how much of crime is financially motivated? You know, the greater percentage of people that are committing crimes live in poor, disenfranchised neighborhoods. So if there's no such thing anymore, if you really can achieve universal high income, it sounds like a utopian.
Yes. I think some people may commit crime because they like committing crime. Just
Sure.
some amount of that is they just
There's a
enjoy
lot of
it.
wild people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously they've become 40 years old living a life like that. Now all of a sudden universal high income is not going to completely stop their instincts.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
You have to ask a millionaire.
What do you mean?
I'm a billionaire.
You're a billionaire?
Yeah.
How old were you when you became a billionaire?
Oh, in my 50s.
In your 50s?
Yeah.
And what line of business were you in?
The hospitality business.
What were you doing in hospitality?
It's a funny story. I was best boy at a boardroom. I've done every job. Created Diamond Resorts International.
Yeah, so you're a business owner.
I was. Hilton owns my company today.
Hilton bought your company?
Hilton bought my company.
Wow.
Eventually, yeah.
What did the company do?
I own hotels. Yeah,
Actually-
all over the world, 35 countries.
Do you come from a lot of money?
No, like I started with negative $20 million. Unfortunately, my father went broke. I had to pay it off. So I didn't start from zero. I started negative $20 million. Try that party trick.
And what did you turn that into?
I actually created a company that was worth $2.2 billion, $3.3 billion equity value. Actually, enterprise value, yeah.
Wow. What was your relationship with debt as a business owner?
I always made sure that I never over-levered myself, and I always paid my partners back as quick as I can, my banks off as quick as I can, before I took money myself. So I always made sure that people were paid off before I paid myself.
Did you go to college?
I did.
Did college help you become a billionaire?
It taught me how to think logically because I went to school to be a surgeon. I never went to business school, but I kind of did because Mike Milken helped me learn business. He gave me my business degree, and Harry Reid taught me about politics and policy.
You've sold billions of dollars in revenue and in profit throughout your career. What is a billionaire's secret to sales? Give me some sauce on sales right here.
Listen,
Is that simple?
listen.
Yeah.
The customer, your friends, your bankers will always tell you the pathway. Listen. deliver equal or greater value.
But what's your best negotiation advice as a billionaire?
Put the pen across the table, and the first person who talks loses.
Yeah, actually, break that down. You don't want to speak first in a negotiation is what you're saying.
When the deal is ripe, it solves itself. Just put the pen across the table and shut up. But that comes from listening.
What's a lesson about money that banks don't want people to know?
The lesson, I would never negotiate with my banks. Don't negotiate with your banks. Make sure you make your banks a ton of money. They'll always be there for you.
What do you mean by that? Because banks are in the business of making money for themselves. So how can you kind of, I guess, forego that or...
I never negotiated rate. I always made sure my banks made a lot of money with me. We all made a lot of money together. Everyone was always paid back. Everyone. My investors early, my bankers early, and they all made a lot of money. So never worry about negotiating rate. If somebody offers you a deal and it makes sense for everyone, let everyone make money.
Like, have you ever been broke before?
Came damn close to being broke. Never. But it was usually for unintended consequences like 9/11, the financial crisis of 08 and 09. Uncontrollable situations.
What do you mean by 9/11?
When the planes hit the Twin Towers. And I was in the hotel business, and we had guests at our hotel, and then all the planes stopped flying. I had no customers. My cash register went to zero.
How important were relationships for you?
Relationships are always very important, but a matter of fact, you got to stay out of one zip code, the zip code of bad people. If they're around your life, make them go away. Don't go in that zip code. You are who you hang around with. So hang around people that are smarter than you always, that are more successful than you. Learn, and you'll have your time. But you got to work hard. There's no free lunch. There's no lottery. And if you win the lottery, it's called the lottery curse. So you will go broke. Bad things will happen to you. You have to earn it the old-fashioned way. Work hard.
What's the red flag that you see in people that tells you stay away from that person?
When you're leasing a Lamborghini or leasing a house in Bel Air or Beverly Hills, you can't afford it. Don't stay there. Don't drive it until you can pay cash for it.
So you can't trust people who are renting is what you're saying.
Flakes, frauds, cons, grifters.